as part of the ruling party's community engagements leading up to its anniversary. For the latest, we cross now live to our SABC reporter, Tsholofelo Mathibedi, who's in Potchestroom. Tsholofelo, a very good afternoon to you. Just give us the ANC's movements in the province over these last couple of days.
Yeah, the ANC is in the province. They have been visiting several towns, villages. Yesterday, the Secretary General was in Matau village, where he visited and interacted with the community. But in Potchestroom, in Ikageng, we are with the Deputy President of the ANC, Mr. Ramaphosa, who is on the very same trail with other ANC leaders in the province. Deputy President, why are you here? What is the purpose of your visit to Potchestroom, Ikageng extension?
Well, there are really four purposes. The first one is to mobilize our people to attend the ANC celebration of 104 years of existence. The second one, obviously, is for the by-elections that are going to be here. We're going to have a few by-elections in February. We want to get our people to be registered, to be ready for those by-elections. And the third one, clearly, is to raise the level of awareness amongst our people for the 2016 local government elections. But the more important one is to engage with the community to get to understand their issues, their problems, their challenges, their joys and their sorrows. And so we've been visiting house to house, and we went into one house, a child-headed household. 17-year-old young man lives alone. His father is in jail. His mother passed away when he was 3 years old. And there are problems and challenges. Now, the task of the ANC is to make sure that the problems that he is going through are solved. Firstly, he has stopped going to school. We want him to go back to school. He's committed that he'll go back to school. The neighbors who've been helping to look after him, feeding him and helping him, are also now going to exercise the Ubuntu principle, the principles that we grew up with, the values that have been the real rock, the bedrock of our existence as black people. They are going to be reignited so that the community starts to look after him in a wholesome way so that he goes back to school. We also engaged with a mother of 68, grandmother really, who has lived in a shack all her life. And she needs a house, and she's in tears because she is in the latter part of her life and she doesn't have a house. We got the local mayor to say that they are going to deal with the problem, and we got a commitment that she will have a house before June. Now, they are going to check where the application that she made years ago is, and to make sure that they cut the red tape and make sure she gets a house.
Most of the time, people would be saying that, when we head into elections, like it is the case in Tlokwe, there will be by-elections in the coming months. We see our leaders coming to us and talking or making all sorts of promises. How are you as a party going to ensure that the promises that have been made here today to the young men and to the old lady then becomes, realizable or are realized?
Well, our task, clearly we are a political organization, party that contests elections and that wants votes. But in this case, we are having another mission or dimension, which is to care for our people and to make sure that their life gets better. And in the case of the young man, I've got the telephone numbers of the neighbors. I know where he now stays. We're now going to engage and make sure that what we have said will happen will happen. A social worker will come and deal with the problems that he's got, and we're going to make sure that he goes to school. We will go to the school where he's meant to go. So that one is on my radar screen. And with regard to Mema Kinosi, we're going to make sure that the mayor who's here is going to live up to the promise that he has made. And I will personally follow it up myself. So this is not electioneering, it is really about the livelihood of our people.
And how confident is the party that Tlokwe will remain under the leadership of the ANC?
Well, Tlokwe is ANC territory. We're going to win these elections. They are by-elections. We're going to win to make sure that Tlokwe is retained by the African National Congress. It's a given it's a foregone conclusion. Tlokwe will remain ANC.
You heard it right here from the Deputy President of the ANC, Cyril Ramaphosa. Tlokwe will remain under the leadership of the ANC come the by-elections. This is Tsholofelo Mathibedi from Ikageng in Potchestroom. Back to studio.
Thank you, Tsholofelo. That's our reporter, Tsholofelo Mathibedi, live from Potchestroom there with the Deputy President, Cyril Ramaphosa. Well, staying with this